crew going. Communication. We have done, I think, 4 or 5 messages so far. Does that sound right? Out to parents. We're trying to not inundate parents with information from I guess a district standpoint. We're trying to do one a day and to be as focused as we can, even though we feel like there's a lot of information we could give or a lot of reminders.
I want to keep saying and.
The messaging system seems to be working well. We're also coordinating that message that's going out on your cell phone. The call is also the same message you'll see on Facebook and the same message you'll see on our website, choteauschools.net. We've got this down where the message is coming from me and it's going out to Wendy and Rob. Wendy's announcing it, Rob is posting, and then from there it's going to Bryn and Wendy to post on their Facebook pages. There's going to be one message that comes from the school in that direction. We just thought it was best to handle the communication the same message is coming from us in multiple formats. In talking about communicating with the staff, email. That's our main mode of communication. We're not going to have any more meetings. It's going to be via email. Here's my take on this whole situation. I think it's good we got on this early, and I think it's good we have a pretty good system in place, and I think it's good we'll have an opportunity to evolve. That's my take on the situation, and I think it will get better as we work our way through this, and it's a unique opportunity for us. It's not ideal. We're going to make mistakes. I just ask for patience from our community, our families, our students, and our board as we work our way through this uncharted waters. Again, I feel very good about where we're at in a short amount of time. People have worked hard and they've done some great things. If the governor's order continues, I would recommend that any meetings in the future be done via Google Meeting, which is an online meeting where we can have a video conferencing capability that we can links out to families and community members publish, and they can have a voice in meetings, but yet we can limit the public contact. That's number one.
Well, I would just like to say to you, Chuck, to Wendy, to Patty, to all the staff, everybody who's doing something, thank you guys. You guys have done an awesome job. I think you've done for what was thrown at us, as quickly as you're getting it done and trying to get it to where our students are still being educated. Thank you very much. I'm very impressed with what you guys have done. So thank you again.
It might have happened faster than the kids wanted it to.
Yeah.
It did in our house.
Well,
yeah, good job, guys.
thank you. It's not, I mean, we appreciate that, but I know Wendy would agree with me. It's not us.
No, it's
I
the
mean,
staff.
It's our staff. We got great staff. We got great families who are supportive through this, and a community that supports the schools. And so that's what it really takes in this situation, because it's not easy.
You guys have taken the ball and ran with it, so good
Any
job.
quick questions? Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
just had a quick question on the online stuff.
Yeah.
Agreed that it was put out very, very quickly, very efficiently, rapidly. How are you gonna, what are some of the tactics you're thinking about in terms of measuring, right? So that you get the sense.
An assessment of students.
Yeah.
Everything online, first of all, and it's very easy through Google Classroom, Google Forms to do tests that look a lot like surveys. And then you can record all the data from that, or the assessment data. So there's going to be accountability built into this. Again, our message is, this is school. What would you do? How would you assess their learning? And so looking at like collecting homework grades, maybe not as imperative as that test, a quiz or test that you have that are easier to manage online in a multiple choice format. Even like in the art program, I know a little bit about that because I've heard a lot about it as my wife's been planning over the weekend, but assessing the students, and it's so easy for the kids to do an assignment, take a picture of it on their phone, email it, boom. And so you can see the progress that they're doing in that particular class. But it's very similar in other classes as well. English, can you get a product back? Absolutely. Can you assess? Absolutely. And that's really what they do now. It's no different. So that assessment piece is there. We're going to have to do grades, report cards. The end of the
Yes.
quarter is coming up here pretty
It's
soon.
at the end of this cool 2 weeks
Yeah.
for high school.
So, yep. It wasn't, we need to go full board this week, but we need to get started and get going. And teachers have exceeded my expectations, but by next week, it should feel more like school, even though we're not at school.
I think they did excellent. Natalie already did her homework today.
Yeah.
Mrs. Jordan had it out. Natalie, first thing this morning, did it, and it was very, it was smooth. You know, I thought there'd be some bumps, but they did a good job. I mean,
Very good.
so I think, yeah, one day into it, well, yeah, essentially
It
one
is
day
really
she
one
had it
day.
this morning.
Nothing else for Chuck to move on?
Oh, I got,
Oh,
he's
he's-
not done.
he
That's
just
all
started.
I said. He's just
Move
taking
on
a
into number two.
I talked way too fast. And
It's
too
all right,
much.
take a drink of water.
Couple of quick things. ESSA determination status. This is from the state. It's been released. It's been publicly released. All of our schools, the elementary, junior high, and high school, receive universal status, which is what we want. Department of Labor and Industries report. We corrected everything we need to and got the letter back, stamped, good to go. Special education monitoring. We had one box left unchecked. That is all taken care of. Remember that Title I reporting? Got back last Friday, talk about perfect timing. The document that we have a couple things to fix, I'm not touching it for a while. We do have a couple things to fix in terms of that Title I program monitoring. Budget status. Looking at, I've been giving you where we were last year, where we are now. Last year in the elementary, we had 43.61% of the budget remaining. This year we have 43.66, fairly close to where we were last year. In the high school, last year we had 39.76%. This year we have 43.6%, approximate 4% increase in remaining funds in the high school. Overall, it's looking better and better that we're going to come in, and that shortfall that we predicted we're going to be okay. Patty did some calculations on our budget for next year. Some great news. Elementary will be about 125,000. And the high school budget will be approximately 4,000 better. So again, I think we're okay. International bus, okay. Some things I'd like you to consider during this time, according to Montana Code, you do not have to notice for public meetings. And I would like to have a couple additions to the agenda for your consideration. One of those for you to consider is very pertinent. If you don't want to add it, that's fine, but I would request a special meeting to add it. And it's very simple. And this is one thing that we're advised to do, is to consider consider the current circumstances related to this COVID-19 for possible declaration of unforeseen emergency pursuant to 20-9-801 through 20-9-806. This is an extra layer of protection. The governor declared this emergency. We had some questions, is funding coming through or not? Your declaration of this as well could help to cover that. Now, keep in mind, I see this as fairly redundant. This is very important for schools who aren't doing instruction, who aren't continuing on. Those schools who took a week are going to take 2 weeks off. But again, this is a recommendation of Lance to do this. And the second piece of that is to allow the superintendent to authorize to work with district staff in providing instruction for pupils of the district. Such instruction may include any method or methods identified as appropriate by the superintendent, including but not limited to off-site instruction as defined and referenced in section 20-1-105 and then several others of Montana Code. What that does, it allows me the discretion to change our educational format during this emergency. So those would be 2 action items that I would ask the board if they would consider adding to this agenda under the circumstances, which is allowable. And the other is a leave of absence request. That, again, if you don't want to add it to the agenda, that's fine, but I would like the board to deal with it fairly quickly. Our time frame right now is mid-March, and that window of advertising to find a position, for a position, this is prime time. And so I'd like to be able to advertise if the board were to accept a request for a leave of absence. So that would be a third
Third
action.
action item.
So
Yes.
can we back up? I didn't understand what the first one was. You
The
just,
first one,
what are you asking for in the first?
I'm
one?
asking for a
Declaration of
declaration of
emergency
an
to cover the-
unforeseen emergency.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's what you were asking.
And I want to say it again, it's somewhat redundant.
That's all
and
right.
Probably, this is the advice of, again, MTSBA, based on the governor first saying full funding is available no matter what, and then kind of recanting a little bit. This is to cover us, even though we have covered ourselves by what we're doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I would agree.
It's a
with you.
precautionary step.
So is that just as a plan of
So you want to add those, the KLMN then?
Yeah.
Because.
If that's okay.
I guess I'm kind of.
Yes, I've already got it wrote down. I think we
Exactly.
vote on it, no matter what, it's a vote. So let's move on with that.
So we'll address them at the end of the rest of them then. Is that what's?
Is the,
Yeah,
if you're
so
willing
down at the
to,
bottom.
That's what I was asking, okay.
so add those 3 action items to
Yeah,
the
and the LMN. whatever.
LMN OPQRST,
Yeah.
right? We're not there yet. Okay.
Stop it at.
right?
Okay, thank you.
now I'm done.
Oh, very good. Any more questions for Chuck? Thanks a lot, Chuck. All right, Patty.
Me, few things. I don't have any paperwork filed for any of the open board seats yet. They're due to me by March 26th. And I were kind of discussing what the election might look like in May. We're having a poll election if we have to have an election, and don't know what that's going to look like. If they're going to close the polling sites and just do mail ballot, but mail ballot was, proposition for a mail ballot was due by March 6th. And my contact at OPI didn't think that there was going to be any extension on that. So I'm going to wait. We may or may not have to hold an election, but if we do, hopefully we'll have some clarification in April of what that's going to look like. So I'll have more hopefully at the April meeting. In pursuant with all of this, just on my office hours, I don't really know what they're going to look like. I'm one of the few that have asthma, which is respiratory. And so in my age, it's not quite 60, but close. If the closure goes on longer than expected, I probably will shorten my hours. I will do, of course, everything that needs to be done in the time that it needs to be done, but I probably will not be in the office every single day. I think between Jackie and I, we kind of have discussed, one of us will probably be in the office every day. But I don't know what my hours look like. So if you want to get a hold of me or want to come, I guess you can't come see me, but if you want to get a hold of me, just call me on my cell phone. I'll either be at home, I can work remotely, depending upon what is needed of me. Chuck and Wendy know how to get a hold of me, and of course I just live across the football field, so they know how to find me as well.
So in saying that, are we not allowed to come into the school if we wanted to? You don't want anybody in the
The
school?
building is closed.
The building is closed.
Our campus is closed. The weight room is closed.
Even to me.
Yeah.
I don't have to
You
sign
know, you
checks.
go
I
in
don't
and
have to sign checks.
I thought you talked about
I'll
the weight
send them
room.
home.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, and
Okay.
I
well,
just,
speaking about that, I'll probably have payroll on Thursday for
okay,
you. It's due Friday, but I think I'm gonna take Friday and Monday off. So we'll have payroll done on Thursday. So you just need to let me,
just communicate, we're gonna figure it out,
all right.
as always. Thank you. Anything else, Patty?
I do just one more thing. You've got all that board packet information, all your policies in that nice little small
Binder?
packet that's right next to your space there. Please make sure that you put those new policies in your binders. Some of you have
Use that.
kids at home,
Yeah, child labor.
put them to work, have them put the new ones in and take the old ones out.
You don't know how much I had to beg to get cookies, so.
Oh, well, you may just
I
have
don't
to.
know, talk to Joe about Dad University. He has some skill with how he gets his kids to do things for him. It's Dad U.
So, and so that's all I have. Anybody questions for me?
I have none for you, other than
Okay.
Michaelis in the
Yes.
office every day. Will
Yes.
she always be there for the phone?
We'll see how long this goes.
I know.
Yes,
But
well,
again, we're
and we'll see
pushing-
what the governor says to us
Right.
too. Right now, yes.
We're pushing for email communication. We haven't sent out anything that says call us, email us. You see what I mean? To again,
Okay,
get the people out of the building so that they can still respond to emails. And quite honestly, I know that she'll be responding to texts
Yes.
and calls on her cell phone.
new
And
students will be able to,
what was that?
new students.
No.
Okay.
Contact us, yes, that's it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'll be here pretty much every day.
Very
Call
good.
me, I might not be in my office, but I'll be around.
All right, thanks, Patty. Nobody has anything else, we'll move on to action items. All right, consider policy revisions. Let's start with 55 FE.
From the committee work, the revisions, subtle as they are indicated with the yellow highlight.
Yeah,
You know, and most of this is verbatim out of the law. After I went home and read all that the other day, it's verbatim out of the law, so. So I would so move, do we need to separate these?
yes.
Okay, one.
No?
No, you can
We'll do
They're
both
both
at one time?
Okay,
Okay, so I would move that we would accept policy number 1005 FE as stated with the word developed in there, and policy number 1015 FE as stated with the highlighted words exploring and school staff.
Second that.
okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I would like to add, I got